lesson is all about finding the resources you might need to complete your service project. Usually, when we hear the word sponsorship, we think of dollars, but sponsorship can expand beyond plain cash. Resources needed may include money, gifts in kind, or good old-fashioned people power. Gifts in kind are items donated by a business as a means of sponsorship. For example, a restaurant could donate food, a company could donate office space, a professional trainer could offer free classes, a hardware store could donate painting supplies, or a technology store could offer free devices to use as prizes and incentives. When thinking about possible sponsorships, don't forget to think about the products, goods, and services that a company may be able to provide in addition to or instead of cash. It's also important to know that not all projects will require funding. Construction or renovation projects almost always need some equipment or supplies that are donated, rented, or bought, and a good amount of volunteers. However, there are many great ideas you can do on a very limited or even non-existent budget, like SnapEd or Operation Storefront. When deciding, just make sure you are capable of acquiring all the resources you'll need before you get too far into the project. We'll begin this lesson with the basics of finding sponsorship in case you need additional materials or supplies. Did you know that the #1 reason people don't donate money is because they are never asked? Your team is doing great things. Be proud of your vision. People want to know what you're doing, and when you tell them, they'll want to give. So just ask. Here are some simple tips to fundraising. First, design a supply list with everything you need to plan and launch the project. Include materials, tools, and supplies that your team already has, and the things you'll need to get. From this step, you can develop a detailed budget outlining the cost of each piece. Renting tools is usually an option. Don't forget to include the little things like stationery, postage, film, food, and decorations in your budget as well. Feel free to ask more than one sponsor to get everything you need. A sample budget is in your ACTIVEleader manual. One of the first and most important steps to finding a sponsor is to brainstorm and research prospects. A prospect is a company or individual that you believe has the potential to be a sponsor. To find good prospects, you should ask several questions. Is our cause related to the company's products or services? Do our goals align with the company's mission? And will our partnership provide a benefit to the company? Once you think of potential business supporters you would like to work with, let them know what you're trying to accomplish and why. Present them with a list of all the services and materials you'll need and how you'll recognize their support. Companies like providing sponsorships because it's a good way of advertising and promoting their business. Companies choose sponsorships carefully based on the benefits they think they will receive by supporting a cause. A company may want to interact with a specific audience, promote a new product, separate its company from competitors, develop closer relationships with customers, or demonstrate its commitment to the community or to a specific cause. In addition to companies, sometimes schools and local government agencies have available funds to sponsor community volunteer projects and events, so you may want to do some research. These types of grants may take a long time to secure, so plan ahead. Your ACTIVEleader manual has some useful templates and tools that can help you ask for sponsorships and know how to follow up. Okay, now let's talk about getting creative and finding resources on your own without a sponsor. One idea is to consider tagging on to a fundraising event at a local organization that has goals similar to your project. Search for events that are already being planned and reach out to them to see if they would let you solicit donations for your cause at this event. By publicizing your team's goals and work there, you may establish community contacts that could help you later on. At the event, encourage everyone you talk with to give at least a small contribution. They add up. Another good way to find the resources necessary to launch a project is to look online. There are many websites with great deals or loan programs where you can find a variety of supplies, materials, and tools. Here are some examples. Keep Austin Beautiful's Tool Lending Library, Home Depot's Material Sponsorship Program, Craigslist free, cheap, and barter items, and FreeCycle's site where you can find free recycled goods for use. All right, we've come to the most important resource of all, human resources. I've already talked about how to build a core planning team to help you create your project. Now I'll talk more about how to recruit the volunteers you may need to pull it off. Volunteers are especially helpful in done-in-a-day projects like construction or renovation projects. Of course, there are many projects that won't require additional volunteers, like the SNAP-Ed and Operation Storefront projects. Recruitment is the process of enlisting volunteers to work with an organization or group toward a common goal. Recruitment may seem like a tricky process, but all you have to do is ask your friends, family, classmates, and neighbors to get involved. You can think of everyone you know as a potential volunteer, and you can use them to connect you to more contacts. If you are working with a team, they can reach out to everyone they know too. Before asking additional volunteers to get involved, however, work with your team to figure out what specific jobs you have to fill, what skills will be necessary, and the type of person the project will appeal to. Focus on recruiting people who will be interested in and enthusiastic about the project, and make sure they're reliable. If you need a large number of volunteers, try to identify a special interest group or club who may want to join and personally request their involvement. That way, you can get a lot of people to sign up at once. And remember, they are far more likely to say yes if they are asked in person. Don't just send an email if you can avoid it. The key to recruitment is motivating people to get involved. And how do you do that? Tell them why your cause is beneficial to the community and explain how they will benefit from putting their time and efforts into your project. You may give out incentives or prizes to volunteers, or they may receive more intrinsic benefits like feeling good for giving back, meeting new people, or making a difference in the lives of others. When recruiting volunteers, it's a good idea to sign up an extra 25% over your ideal number, just in case some people don't show up. If they do all show up, be sure to have an extra wish list of things for them to do that would make an extra impact on the project. As you fill volunteer slots, be sure to keep track of everyone's contact information and the job they'll help with. A week before the project launches, send out a message reminding them of the project, where to go, when to show up, and what to bring. If you decide to do the SNAP-Ed project, you won't need additional volunteers, but instead you'll need students to take your series of classes. You can teach the people in your neighborhood, peers from school, students from another school, or your family. To recruit them, tell them not only why they will benefit from taking the class, but also how the class will help you achieve your goal of launching a project that teaches others about nutrition. Keep a roster of the class and send them reminders about the upcoming classes. You can choose to do a series of 3 40-minute classes or 6 20-minute classes. Each lesson will be different, so they'll always learn something new. In conclusion, whatever project you decide on, understand that you can't do it on your own. The more involved others are, the better the final product will be. Big projects don't necessarily mean that big resources are needed, and vice versa. To be prepared, keep yourself and your team members engaged, organized, and focused on the main goal. If you need resources, plan for them, and put yourself out there to ask for sponsorships or find free items. When the project is complete, thank everyone for their contribution, whether they contributed their time, energy, money, donations, or moral support. You can keep in contact with the friends you make and involve them in your next project. And with that, congratulations! You've finished all the lessons for the Active Leader training and are about to answer the last set of testing questions. After that, you can print out or save your personalized certificate. Nice work! As an active leader, you're ready to put your skills into action and be a leader in driving the movement for healthy change. To take action now, you can see all of our project ideas in the Active Leader Manual and begin planning your first project. We recommend starting with either of the 2 projects we've highlighted in this training, either teaching nutrition classes to your peers with the SNAP-Ed project or combating unethical tobacco marketing strategies with the Operation Storefront project. You can begin either of these projects by visiting their links on the Team AL tab of your My Account page and downloading the tools there that will help you get started. They are both great ways to be a leader and advocate for healthy lifestyles. And please, don't forget, Active Life is always here to help. If you have any questions, please contact us through the website or by using the contact information in your Active Leader Manual. Thanks again for taking this important training. It's been a lot of fun walking you through it. We hope you'll use the tips here to launch a fun and impactful project that improves the health of your community. We look forward to hearing about all of your upcoming accomplishments. Good luck!